The skies over Rajasthan bore witness to a tragedy on May 8, 2023, as a MiG-21 fighter jet of the Indian Air Force crashed in the district of Hanumangarh. The incident, which claimed the lives of 3 civilians on the ground, once again brought into sharp focus the aging MiG-21 fleet safety concerns and the urgency for modernization within the Indian Air Force. The crash sent shockwaves through the nation, prompting immediate responses from authorities and raising questions about the future of India's air defense capabilities. The ill-fated MiG-21, a veteran of numerous sorties and training missions, took off from the Indian Air Force base at Suratgarh on a routine training mission. The flight path of the jet took it over the sparsely populated district of Hanumangarh. Shortly after takeoff, the pilot reported a technical malfunction, a scenario all too familiar with the aging aircraft. The situation escalated rapidly, leaving the pilot with little time to react. Despite his valiant efforts to steer the crippled aircraft away from populated areas, the MiG-21 crashed into a residential area in a village near the town of Pilibanga. The impact of the crash was devastating. The once peaceful neighborhood was transformed into a scene of chaos and destruction. The sound of the explosion echoed through the village, sending residents running from their homes in panic. The MiG-21, laden with fuel and ordnance, slammed into a residential home, reducing it to rubble in an instant. The force of the impact was so great that it shattered windows in nearby houses and sent debris flying in all directions. 3 unsuspecting civilians, a woman and her 2 children, who were inside the house at the time of the crash, lost their lives. The mother had been preparing dinner while the children were playing in the living room. Their lives were tragically cut short in a matter of seconds. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the village and beyond, as images of the wreckage and the shattered home were beamed across news channels nationwide. Reporters flocked to the scene, capturing the grief and disbelief of the local community. The village, once a quiet and serene place, was now the center of national attention. The incident served as a grim reminder of the potential for collateral damage in such accidents, particularly when aging aircraft are operated in close proximity to populated areas. The villagers, now grappling with the loss of their neighbors, questioned the safety protocols and the decision to fly such old aircraft over their homes. The tragedy highlighted the urgent need for stricter regulations and better maintenance of military equipment to prevent such devastating incidents in the future. The crash triggered a swift response from local authorities and the Indian Air Force. Rescue teams raced to the scene, desperately searching for survivors amidst the debris of the house and the scattered wreckage of the MiG-21. The Air Force immediately launched an inquiry into the incident, dispatching a team of investigators to the crash site. The investigators were tasked with determining the cause of the crash and ascertaining whether it was due to a technical malfunction, human error, or a combination of factors. The incident also prompted a review of safety protocols and training procedures for pilots operating the MiG-21 fleet. Section 5. Grounding the flying coffin, a difficult decision. Following the crash, the Indian Air Force took the difficult decision to temporarily ground its entire fleet of MiG-21 fighter jets. This decision was not made lightly, as the MiG-21 has been a crucial part of India's air defense for decades. The grounding of these jets meant that a significant portion of the Air Force's operational capabilities would be unavailable, putting additional pressure on other aircraft and pilots. The move, while necessary to ensure the safety of pilots and civilians, highlighted the precarious state of India's air defense capabilities. The MiG-21, despite its age, had been relied upon heavily due to delays in procuring newer aircraft. This grounding brought to light the urgent need for modernization within the Indian Air Force, a need that had been discussed but not adequately addressed for years. The MiG-21, once the backbone of the Indian Air Force, had earned the dubious distinction of being dubbed the flying coffin due to its questionable safety record. Over the years, numerous crashes had raised concerns about the aircraft's reliability. Pilots and their families had voiced their fears, and the media had often highlighted the risks associated with flying these aging jets. The nickname Flying Coffin was a grim reminder of the lives lost and the dangers faced by those who flew them. The Court of Inquiry, constituted to investigate the crash, was tasked with determining the airworthiness of the remaining MiG-21s and recommending measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. This involved a thorough examination of the aircraft, pilot training protocols, and maintenance procedures. The findings of the inquiry would be crucial in deciding the fate of the MiG-21 fleet and ensuring the safety of the Indian Air Force personnel. The outcome would also influence future decisions regarding the procurement and deployment of military aircraft in India. Section 6. A checkered past, the MiG-21 safety record. The MiG-21, a Soviet-era fighter jet that first entered service with the Indian Air Force in the 1960s, has a long and checkered safety record. The aircraft, known for its agility and firepower, has been involved in numerous accidents over the years, both during training missions and in combat situations. The MiG-21's age, coupled with its complex design and maintenance challenges, has contributed to its less than stellar safety record. Despite several upgrades and modifications over the years, concerns about the aircraft's safety have persisted, leading to calls for its retirement from service. Section 7. Echoes of Past Tragedies, a History of Crashes. The May 8th crash was just the latest in a long line of accidents involving the MiG-21. Over the years, hundreds of MiG-21s have crashed in India, resulting in the loss of numerous pilots and civilians. These incidents have ranged from engine failures and bird strikes to pilot error and mid-air collisions. Despite the recurring tragedies, the MiG-21 has remained in service with the Indian Air Force due to delays in the induction of newer aircraft and the lack of a viable alternative in its class. Section 8. The MiG-21 in Indian service, a legacy in question. The MiG-21, despite its checkered safety record, has played a significant role in the Indian Air Force's history. The aircraft has seen action in several conflicts, including the 1971 Indo-Pakistani War, where it proved its mettle against formidable adversaries. The MiG-21's legacy, however, is now overshadowed by its questionable safety record and its inability to keep up with the demands of modern warfare. The recent crash has intensified calls for the aircraft's retirement, raising questions about its continued relevance in the 21st century. Section 9. Modernization Imperative, the future of India's Air Force. The Indian Air Force, with its storied history and significant role in national security, stands at a critical juncture. As the geopolitical landscape evolves, so too must the capabilities of our air defense forces. The tragic crash of the MiG-21 in Rajasthan serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for modernization within the Indian Air Force. This incident, while deeply unfortunate, underscores the risks associated with operating aging aircraft. The MiG-21, once a formidable asset, now represents the challenges of maintaining older technology in a rapidly advancing world. The incident has exposed the risks associated with operating aging aircraft and highlighted the need to expedite the induction of newer, more capable fighter jets. The contrast between the aging MiG-21 and the modern fighter jets is stark, emphasizing the technological gap that needs to be bridged. Modern aircraft not only offer superior performance but also enhanced safety features, which are crucial for the well-being of our pilots and the success of our missions. The crash has also reignited the debate about defense spending and the need to allocate adequate resources to ensure the Indian Air Force's operational readiness and technological superiority. Defense spending is not just about acquiring new aircraft. It encompasses training, maintenance, and the development of infrastructure to support these advanced systems. The discussions in budget meetings and defense forums are now more critical than ever, as they will shape the future trajectory of our Air Force. The future of India's air defense capabilities hinges on the timely procurement of modern aircraft and the implementation of robust safety protocols to prevent such tragedies from recurring. The vision for the future includes not only the acquisition of state-of-the-art fighter jets, but also the continuous training of our pilots and maintenance crews to ensure peak performance. As we look ahead, the commitment to modernization and safety will be the cornerstone of a resilient and formidable Indian Air Force, ready to meet any challenge that comes its way.